Hi everyone, it's Vickie Kello, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Brisbane. It's Monday, so we're here trying to do a Facebook Live. Let's hope I come up soon. There we go. So while I'm waiting for people to arrive, I'm just going to finish off two of my other samples. Hi Megan! I had cut and not ready to put together just yet. Hope you had a nice weekend, Megan. Hi Glenda. Alright, I'm just putting together my last couple of samples. Time got away from me. I recreated our purple card from Saturday with Blueberry Bushel. My wink kind of went everywhere. Oh no! Did you wait until the ink dried? Hi Anita! I had a day off today. I went on a school excursion with Hunter. It's the first time I've done that. It was a bit different. We went to Walston Farmhouse. So the historic, and saw how they used to live in the 1800s. Yes, I pushed to the sides the ink and it kind of pressed too hard. That's why you do that on a scratch piece of paper. Yeah, it was pretty cool. They're going on another excursion to SeaWorld on the 22nd, which is their last week of school, but I'm in Sydney that week, so I can't be chaperone to that. So this one it was. So tonight, ladies, we are going to be making cards with this paper. So it is the Shining Christmas Specialty Paper. That is an online exclusive. So it's really pretty because it's got foil on it, and who doesn't love foil? I love foil. So I'll show you the pieces of paper. We've got like a tartan checkered like sweater piece. On the back it's baubles. So all the non-shiny stuff, so the non-foil side is all cherry cobbler. Then we've got the holly. Hi, Kerry. And on the back of that is just spots. Then we've got the presents. I really like this one. And on the back of that is, I don't know, a pattern. They look like little stars in circles. Then we've got candy canes. And on the back of that, we've got crosses. And then we've got Christmas trees. Is this DSP standalone? I believe so. I've only bought this. I didn't buy any stamps or dies or anything that goes with it. But that doesn't, thanks for sharing, Kerry. That doesn't mean there is. I just saw the paper and go, no, I must have it. So, and then we've got this pattern on the back. And then we've got the stripes on the diagonal. And on the back of that is Christmas lights. So they're pretty cool. If you want, you could colour in the Christmas lights, so they're all different colours. But when there's foil paper, I struggle to use anything besides foil paper. So also with foil paper, I'm like, okay, usually you have a gold and silver background type thing, and then you emboss in gold or silver. And I'm like, no, I don't think that's going to work here. So I'm going to show a new technique, which I don't know whether everybody will know, but I'm going to, where are my samples? Emboss in the Mossy Meadow. Can you see that shiny? Emboss Mossy Meadow and Cherry Cobbler. How cool is that? So then your sentiment goes with the shiny foil paper. And I've got another sample that I haven't finished, so we're going to make these cards. I need my bone folder and fold that a bit more. So, because these were the last two that I quickly just made. Now, hopefully the internet's all right. I've got Adrian to restart the modem because we were having some streaming issues before, and I'm like, I know, Janice, how nice are these papers? So these are an online exclusive. They're a specialty DSP, which usually means they're $27, I think. But, so this is what we're going to use tonight. So I'll make these two samples first, finish making these samples, and I'll show you how I do the sentiment, and you can watch a few times. So you can use Versamark if you want. You don't need to, because if you're stamping multiple cards, let's be honest, the Versamark is going to get real annoying real quick because you have to keep switching between the two colours. So this is clear embossing paste. So Stampin' Up! Now sell this. Oh, that's no good, Anita. Stampin' Up! Sell this. It's white, clear, and black, I think, that come in a pack of 3, but this is clear embossing paste. So, oh, good Lord. That's a good start to it, isn't it? Okay, let's ink up. Now, if you're using straight ink, you need to get to your embossing paste quick smart, because it doesn't take long for it to dry. Which is why I have all my embossing paste in the tray here, just sitting there. So that it's easy for me to get, and I don't have to keep pouring it on there. Now my Mossy Meadow is very juicy because I've just re-inked it. But okay, I'm just gonna clean that over here. Now, if we bring our heat tool in, now this is gonna get loud, okay? But we bring our heat tool in and we heat up this. I'm just gonna put this to the side over here so I'm not heating any good embossing powder. So you know that's all done when it's all shiny. You don't touch it embossed as soon as the heat's finished, because otherwise you'll leave fingerprints in there. But once it's dried, you can touch it and it's raised on there. So you don't need 100 different embossing powders. You just need clear, and you can have any color you want. All right, now because I've embossed in this, I'm going to stick this onto my card, but I'm going to use adhesive on all 4 sides, because when you heat emboss, it does buckle the card just a little bit. On there, and then we do the green one. And then we stick this pattern on. So I have all my borders just 1/8 of an inch. Okay. And this piece is to, I don't know, I'll get my ruler in a second. The piece of DSP is 2.5 inches. So that's that card done. And then I'm going to redo that card again, and this time have a different sentiment on it. So that season's greeting was from A Brightest Glow. Thanks, Megan, for popping up the DSP. What has happened here? I think I've not cut this. I said 2.5 inches, yes, is the DSP size. And the length is 5 3/8. And I've obviously not cut this at the right. Nope, too long. Thought I was doing so well. I knew it was wrong as soon as I went to put it on the cardstock. So obviously, like, you don't have to heat emboss the sentiment. So you could do this very simply and get some quick, easy Christmas cards out. Hi, Marie. But if you just want to step it up just that little bit, how nice does the heat embossing do? Bone funker. I think it just steps it up. Just especially when we're using foil paper. It's always a nice extra bit. Okay, so we're going to stick these backgrounds on as well. So my background pieces are 1 1/8 smaller than my card base, so the background piece is 4 inches by 5 3/4, because I make Australian size card bases. Now, when you're stamping and you're heat embossing, you want to stamp first before you stick it down onto your card base. So we're going to use the Merry Christmas out of this. So this is the Brightest Glow stamp set. This is an amazing Christmas set with so many words, and I like some of these words are really good for the inside of your cards too, because I find a lot of the time we do the outside but we don't do the inside. I'll come back and do the inside because I'll do the same message on most of the inside. Okay, so we stamp down in the ink and we come straight over to the clear embossing paste and put clear embossing paste on. We just let that set for a second while I stamp. Once the embossing paste is on, you can let it sit for a while. And then that way I only have to use my heat tool once. Now my messy motto, I can't even think. Mossy Meadow ink pad has just been ringed, so it is quite juicy. And so tonight I am using a baby wipe to clear that off because I don't want that much ink on my stamp and scrub. But after I finish making these cards tonight, then I will condition my stamps by cleaning them in the Stamp and Scrub once they're not so inky. Whoops. So that is the red one. So that's Cherry Cobbler. And then we've got these strips. Whoa, that doesn't quite fit there with that. Mary, I should have done that down a little bit lower. Ha ha ha. Hi, Shauna. All right, I'm going to trim that down a little bit. So that's going to be 2 3/8, which means this is going to have to be 2 1/4. If I stick that back on there, that side, and then put some more adhesive on this side, no one will even know. Ta-da! Right, we'll have to do this one then too. Hi, Renee. What did I do that one to? 2 3/8. Oops. Oh, damn it. Watch where you leave your sticky bit. 2 1/4. I should have checked that both my sentiments were going to fit. Anyway, I fixed it. There we go. So there is red and green Merry Christmas and red and green Season's Greetings, and that's embossed. And then I've got these festive pearls, which were in my retired box, but I've checked the catalogue and they're still in existence. So just a couple of pearls, and you can change the colours up. There's 4 different colours of these pearls. I wouldn't change them up on the cards, like I have the same colour on the one card. But there is 4 quick Christmas cards. So we'll come back and we'll do the centres of them because I haven't done them yet. But look, that was done in 20 minutes. I've got some other examples. So these ones, there's adhesive somewhere there as well. So we're going to do these. So this time we're going to change up the sentiment and do Merry Christmas. I have resized the stuff this time. Oops, that's the next card. Getting ahead of myself. We need 2 card bases. Has anyone else bought this Christmas paper? I think sometimes when it's an online exclusive, it gets missed. I can't go past a pack of foil paper though. So my I've done my December class as well, so I've put the details up as an event for December. It's on the 9th. It is also using a foil pack of paper. It is using the Shining Brightly foil pack of DSP. I think I'll have to add to the cart. Glad to be helpful, Janice. All right, then I've got strips here. They're the sentiment ones. Do them in a minute. Now these strips are 4.5 inches by, these strips are 4.5 inches by 1, and then these are 1/8 of an inch less than that. So 4 3/8 by 7/8. right, and the candy canes in the red, and now we do all that again for the green. I didn't know about this paper until I saw one of my friends make a really nice box out of it, and I'm like, where's that paper? So even I had missed it, and then as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, I have to have that. Whoops. Oh, that stuck really well considering I just dropped it on there. No, this is the, it's an online exclusive, Megan, so I think it gets missed. But it's pretty. All right. Now, when I stick these, oh, what happened there? I've got too many candy canes and I don't, where's the tree? Oh, it's the tree one I stuffed up. Well, this one's just going to have 2 candy canes. I knew I stuffed up cutting one of them, but anyway. Nobody knows what it should have been like. They just see the end result. So I stick the middle piece on first, and you stick that. You could measure it. I'm just eyeballing it in the center. And then the next piece goes a little bit up. And then the next piece goes a little bit down. And it gives it a really nice effect. So I think it looks better when you've got 3 different pieces of DSP, but we will work with what happened. Oh, did you all see that? Like, that's really gonna annoy me. I'm gonna have to get some eucalyptus oil in a minute and get that off. And I'm out of seal. So Megan, you were asking me how often I do go through a seal on the weekend. I started that seal on last week. And then I made all the cards over the weekend. I've made these samples and yep. Okay, let me get a baby wipe and some eucalyptus. And get rid of that. Okay. Now my craft room smells amazing. I love the smell of eucalyptus. All right, so I'm just going to pop them over to the side. I need to bring my embossing tray back in. We're going to stamp these sentiments in Merry Christmas. I've just got my tweezers here quickly so I can pick that up. Okay, and that can be popped over there. This can be done with Mossy Meadow, tweezers. Oh. All right, just going to pop that over there. I can see me losing that whole thing, but anyway. Well, while they just cool down a little bit, just gonna clean off my stamp here. Right, adhesive on the back of these. And so these sentiment strips here, I kind of just measured my stamp, my sentiment first, and just gave me like a 1/4 of an inch either side, or an 1/8 of an inch, so that I had room. Oh, that's all a bit wonky, but anyway. Now we need some dimensionals. So you can see when I bring back the other card that the sentiment size has changed because the sentiment has changed. Whoops. So has anyone used different coloured inks and done clear embossing over the top so it looks like you've got heaps of different colours embossing powders before? Let's finish these off with some bling. That one's got to move. That looks a bit funny there. Well, there's still a bit of adhesive there. Never tried. Ah, I'll have to give it a try, Glenda. That's made a mess of that. Kerry's done it once before. All right, so there's another 4 cards done. So this is Season's Greeting, first Merry Christmas. Nice, hey? And then in the green. Okay, so this next card, we have got some stuff to do. So I've already cut out the Christmas trees. Now the Christmas trees are from the, does the clear embossing powder just stick to normal ink? If you do it quick enough, it will. Little was a bit slow getting the powder onto it, so it was a bit hit and miss. Yeah, you can't do, like with Versamark, I could do all the sentiments and then get back to it because Versamark's really sticky. But if you're only doing clear ink, you got to do it straight away, which is why I've got my embossing tray here ready with the ink, and you got to do one at a time. There's no getting around it. So this is the Merriest Dies. It goes with this Merriest Tree Dies. Is that what they're called? Yes, Merriest Tree Dies go with the Merriest Trees stamp set. So I've just cut out all the trees. So they come as separate die pieces, and I've just cut them all out. And a star as well. And then with the presents, I haven't done the presents here because I wanted to show you. I've stamped all the presents at once. I did add Wink of Stella, but I'm thinking I might get my embossing tray back and emboss them this time. So because this is a photopolymer stamp set, you want your little pierce mat underneath you. I've got all 4 presents at once. I'm inking at once. I'm stamping at once, and I will die cut at once. We obviously have to heat emboss before we die cut. So I'm just going to heat emboss these. And then bring in my machine. You never tire of seeing the magic work. No, it's so cool with embossing powder, isn't it? Okay, so if I show you this way, you'll be able to at least see it go through. Why is that not going through? Oh, I've got ink everywhere. Don't want that. Okay, so you just kind of got to line up your presents. You can use a post-it note if you want or something. I just close my eyes and pray. But all at once. Oh, because I moved it. Because I'm trying to do this upside down so that you guys can see what's going on. Okay. I'm doing it backwards. All right, and then all 4 dies cut out at once. So there's one go through the die cut machine. Now, some of them moved a little bit, so I'm just going to trim the extra white off because that's annoying me. So you could sit here and fussy cut them out anyway, and it might be quicker because they're all squares. or if you use a post-it note or something like that, they shouldn't move as much. Okay, and then with the tree, I've cut out the star as well. With the tree, we're getting our dauber and we're going to ink around the edges to give it some dimension. So you need to do this on all layers so that when you stick it together, you can see it. And then I just stick that together with seal. And then a bit of seal on that one. And then the star goes on with a glue dot. All right, so that's that. Now we need our cutter in for this. So this is a normal tent fold card. And then we are lining this score line up with 2 inches. And I just line up with that top line there so that I know I'm straight, but I can still see the 2-inch line, and chop. And then you line up 2 inches and chop, and then this piece is just scrapped. Okay. And then these pieces are obviously 4 inches by 1 7/8. Then, because they fit in there nicely. All right. Now the inside of my card, I need to bring my embossing paste back. I am embossing this "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" in the Christmas tree. Where's my pierce mat? Okay, and straight in there. And then we're using the other sentiment in that stamp set that says, "Hope your home is filled with the spirit of the season." Up the top. Hopefully my head's not in the camera. Into the embossing paste. Pop that over there. Now, also a good idea to get rid of this, because this doesn't like being heated on either, because I've got patches on here where I've tried heat embossing before on that. It doesn't turn out so well. Okay, so now this piece can go on the inside. Where is my adhesive? I have got glue everywhere tonight and ink. Because we've heat embossed this, I'm going to put adhesive on all 4 sides. And this is the inside of the card. There. And then we're going to stick this white piece on this. And these pieces I usually do, I don't know what this is. I don't think it's 3x4. I usually do 3x4, but that's not wide enough. The cherry cobbler piece is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, and that's too long. It should be 1/4. I'm gonna trim that. There we go. And then we stick adhesive on the top and the bottom. You don't want any in the middle. And then you line up your bottom piece so it's square with the back of the card. And then you place this centered there. Right. So then this just goes on flat. Now I've stuck this up a bit, but these presents are dimensions. I really have got adhesive everywhere. There's more there. I think we'll need to trim a dimensional. I could get a smaller mini dimensional, but I'll just trim this one. So I want to cover up kind of the base of the tree, but I also want to cover up my big goober of a fingerprint there too. So, because there's no mistakes in craft, there's just room for embellishment. Right, and then we're going to stick some baubles on the Christmas tree. We can stick some of these ones. So you want to make sure that you're doing everything uneven. Oh, I've just done 4 presents, but with the baubles, like you want kind of 5 or 7. You don't want even amounts. All right, so there's that one done as well. So that's pretty nice. And we've done the inside of that one. And the inside of that one. We haven't done the inside of the other ones. We'll do them in a minute. And then this is our last card. So I've cut out the tree again. Now with this one, I've used the embossing folder. This is in the holiday catalogue. I didn't like the gingerbread man because I don't think any of this paper screams gingerbread. So that's why I've stuck the DSP there, because it covers the gingerbread man. Okay, so even if you don't like 100% of it, Doesn't mean you can't use it. You just find ways to cover up that bit that you don't like. I think that's that same bit of adhesive. It just keeps coming back to get me. So we're going to stick that down. And then this DSP, because it's green, I felt the layer of white behind it made the DSP pop a little bit more because it just got lost. That's what sometimes I do when the DSP is a bit busy. So I've just put a layer of white behind it. And then pop that on there. And then this green piece is 2 1/4 by 3 7/8. Right, so then that just sits over and covers up that bit of the DSP, of the background. Now we need to stamp our sentiment, which is the same one that we used on the red card. So let's clean them. Okay, and bring our embossing back. I think, oh, we haven't finished with the red because we're going to stamp inside. Okay, oh, I've got the wrong. So we're also going to stamp inside for this card as well while we're doing it. Wish you a Merry Christmas. Can sit over there, and then the sentiment up the top. Here's this one. Pop that over, pop that away. And then this can be stuck on the green piece. This green piece, the Mossy Meadow, is 3 by 4. And then, oh, where's my yellow piece for the start? Oh, good. We're inking around the edges again. Whoops. Whoa. So you can go as heavy-handed as you want here. Some people like a nice big border or shadow. All right, and then we stick our pieces together. Oh. All right, and then a glue dot for the star. I think these trees, like, they look really effective and they actually don't take a long time to cut out because you can cut all 4 at once, which I liked because they're all 4 separate dies. So you just have your piece of Mossy Meadow in the die cutting machine and you cut all 4 at once. Right, so then with this one, where is the actual card? Here. Because this is laid up and here's not, so we're going to have dimensionals down the bottom, but we're just going to have adhesive up the top. There. And then get the dimensionals. Megan, you'll be pleased to know I'm using more than 2. Because it's going onto an embossed background. You want to make sure it sticks because it's raised. Okay, and then that kind of just gets centered there, and then we finish off with some bling. This time I'm going to use gold. That's why I like this festive set here, because you get all 4 different colour . 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All 4 different colour bling in the one thing. Right, so I think this one needs a bit more bling. There we go. So that one's done on the inside. This one's done on the inside. These 2 are done on the inside. And they've got bling, so they're done. So we just need to do these 8. And we're going to use the other stamp set. Their Brightest Glow. So we're just going to pack these stamps away into here. So this sentiment that we used here with the Christmas tree, it fits into the Christmas tree, obviously, so you could cut it out and have it sit on a Christmas tree. I didn't do that today. All right. So, Brightest Glow. Inside, I think we're going to have a couple with May the Peace of the Season, Light Your World, and May the New Year be the brightest, and Hoping Your Christmas Shines Bright. So we're going to have this one and this one. 2 stamps. And we're gonna have all the red ones first so we don't get ink pads mixed up. And we're going to have our stamps the right way, otherwise, because we've already put ready-made cards together. Whoops. 1. 2. 'Let's get our little brush and just clean off that bit. Then we'll have this one. So if I was doing this with Versamark, I could stamp all of these and then worry about putting the ink on them. But because I'm not using Versamark and I'm just using normal ink, I'm making sure I've got the embossing powder on these Quick Smart. And I've just flicked embossing powder out everywhere. What a mess. This is what the little brush is for, but scrape most of that back in there. All right, we're just going to pop that to the side and we're going to heat all these ones because otherwise I'm going to run out of room. There. See, it does warp the card a little bit when you do that. The clear embossing packs. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It makes such a difference. It makes it really pop. But it does make the card warp a little bit. So, but if you store them straight, like folded and like in a clear baggie like I do, then you won't know the difference. So I'm just getting my bone folder and creasing that again. All right, so there's those 4 done. Now we can do the green ones. So we can actually get rid of that cherry cobbler ink pad. Clean our stamps. And do the same. So we'll do this one, hoping. I'm going to have to get my little craft vacuum out, because there is embossing powder everywhere. Okay, and now we're going to do this one. And then this one. And let's pop that to the side, bring our heat tool in. Right, and then that one is now done. So that's just, when you heat emboss, make sure you let it cool down first before you start putting your fingers and stuff in it, because I've left fingerprints in embossed images before, because I've run my finger over going, oh, it's so nice, and then it's not quite thing. So you only need to let it cool down for a couple of seconds, but you still need to let it cool down. All right, so tonight we have finished off. I had some samples made beforehand, but we've got 2 of those cards. We've got 4 of these cards in different colours with different sentiments. We've got 4 of these cards with different colours and different sentiments. And then we have 2 of these cards. These cards are stunning. Oh, thanks, Megan. Yes, I did have some stuff prepped, so I didn't make them all in, what are we at? Just a bit over an hour, but a vast majority of them are done and things, but I did have stuff prepped and cut. But that is how I mass produce cards, right? So I work out what layout I want and things, and I sit there and do all my cutting first, then I do all my stamping, then I do all my like die cutting and things like that. So you do everything in batches. It makes things go together so much easier. So the stamp sets that I used for the sentiments were Brightest Glow, and then we did also have some with the Merriest Trees. Thanks, Glenda. Thanks, Janice. So Merriest Trees, because that's where the dies came from for the trees. They look pretty cool. But thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully they've given you some inspiration for your Christmas cards. And this DSP is an online exclusive. It's called, what is it? Shining Christmas Specialty DSP. And Megan put up the price for me before. It is $27. So that's all right. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. The week after, the next 2 weeks after that, I'm not sure, because I'll be in Sydney and I'll be away. So when I'm away, definitely not. When I'm in Sydney, I think I don't go to Sydney till Tuesday, so I might still do the Monday night. Thanks, Janice. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.